Hey there, and welcome. If you're pregnant or you've been pregnant, you know that every little new twinge or ache can really make you worry, right? It's totally natural. But today, we're going to flip the script and look at these pains from a completely different angle. Just think about that for a second. What if those cramps and aches you're feeling aren't a sign of trouble at all, but are actually little messages from your body that your pregnancy is going great and your baby is growing strong? Well, that's what we're going to do today. We are going to decode 5 common pregnancy pains that are actually signs everything is going exactly right. Right from the very beginning. Sometimes even before you get that positive test, your body is already working overtime. So let's talk about the first signals it starts to send out. So our first signal is something called implantation pain. And really, this is the very first big milestone for your baby. Picture this. The tiny embryo has made this incredible journey down the fallopian tube, and now it needs to snuggle in and attach to the uterine wall so it can grow. This usually happens somewhere around day 22 to 28 of your cycle, and that process can cause a little mild cramping feeling. Some women even see a tiny bit of pink or brown spotting. It's literally the sign that your baby has found its home and settled in.
Okay, next up is a pain that, I'll admit, can be a little confusing at first: stretch pain. So you've missed your period. You've got the positive test, but now you're feeling cramps that feel just like your period is about to start. That can be so unnerving. But what's typically happening is just your uterus expanding. Blood flow is picking up in that area, and all the ligaments around it are stretching out to make room for what's to come. That little pulling feeling, it's actually a fantastic sign of progress.
All right, our third signal is one that many of us are familiar with, even if we've never been pregnant: breast pain. The second you conceive, your hormones basically get a massive software update. And this new hormonal mix, plus a whole lot more blood flow, starts prepping your body for the baby. Your breasts might feel tender, sore, or you might even notice them changing in size and shape. This is just your body's amazing way of planning ahead. It's getting ready for breastfeeding, which is a super clear sign that your hormones are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Okay, so we've covered those really early kind of subtle signals. But what happens in the second and third trimesters? When your baby starts to take up some serious real estate. Well, as you can imagine, the signals get a little less subtle. And this brings us right into our next phase, where the aches and pains are directly tied to your baby's healthy growth and, well, their increasing size. A really big one that so many people talk about is, yep, you guessed it, back pain. This one often kicks in around the 5th or 6th month. See, as your baby, the placenta, and your uterus all get heavier, your whole center of gravity shifts forward. Your back muscles have to work way harder to keep you balanced, and that's what causes that classic lower backache. It's a direct result of your baby getting bigger and stronger. Oh, and a quick little tip: try sleeping on your left side. It can really help ease the pressure, and it actually improves oxygen flow to the baby, too. And that brings us to our fifth and final good pain, the one that gets your body ready for the big day. It's pelvic pain. So as you get into the home stretch, usually around the 8th or 9th month, you might start to feel these aches and a sense of pressure down in your pelvis. This is your body's amazing final act of preparation. A hormone, and you gotta love the name, called relaxin starts to flow. And its job is to soften up all the ligaments around your pelvis to make it more flexible for delivery. It's your body literally opening up to make way for your baby. It's pretty incredible. Now, just because these pains are good signs doesn't mean you have to just suffer through them. Not at all. Here are some super simple, practical things you can do to get some relief. Try to be mindful of your movements. Keep your knees together when you're getting out of a car, sit down to put on your pants and shoes, and try to stand with your weight balanced on both feet. And hey, let someone else be the hero for a few months. Avoid heavy lifting and pushing. And just keeping up with some gentle activity, like a nice walk, can make a world of difference. Okay, everyone, I need you to lean in for this part, because this is without a doubt the most important thing we are going to talk about today. We've gone over all the good pains, but you absolutely have to know how to tell the difference between a normal signal and a serious warning sign. Let's be crystal clear here. On one side, we have the normal stuff: mild cramping or a pulling sensation, a general achiness in your back or pelvis, that little bit of light spotting super early on. These are the reassuring signs. Now, look at the other side. Severe, can't stand it pain is never normal. Heavy bleeding, any sign that your water might be breaking, or honestly, any pain that just feels wrong in your gut, those are your signals to call your doctor or midwife right away. Your intuition is so powerful. Please trust it. Okay, before we wrap up, I just want to address one more question that might be on your mind, because I know it's a really common concern. So, what does it mean if you're just sailing through your pregnancy without any of these aches and pains we've talked about? If you don't have these symptoms, could that mean there's a problem? The answer is a huge, resounding no. Absolutely not. It is so important to remember this. Every single person's body responds to the hormones and physical changes of pregnancy in its own way. Some people feel every little shift, and others feel almost nothing at all. A pain free pregnancy is not a sign of a problem, it's just your own unique and maybe a little lucky experience. So here's the big takeaway: your body is built for this. And while it's smart to listen to and understand the signals it's sending you, it's just as important to trust in its incredible strength and wisdom. More often than not, those little aches are just whispers of encouragement, telling you that a wonderful, healthy process is perfectly on track.